Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my weekly YouTube show, The Loft. Tonight I got a very special guest. She's a very good friend of mine. She's a musician and an actress. Please welcome to the show, Stella. Hi, Stella.
Hi, James.
Hi, so welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here with you today. So, yeah, I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. So Stella, me and you know each other from the New York City theater scene. You were actually in one of my productions, one of my first productions you were in, and you're also a musician. Before we dive into all of that, could you tell me where you were born and raised?
Yeah, I was born, in the German part of Belgium. Do you know
Oh,
Belgium?
a little bit, a little bit.
It's near France. It's a
Okay,
very, very small country compared to New York or even the US. And we speak
okay,
three languages, French, Dutch, and German.
okay.
So first I lived with my family at my grandmother's.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was a beautiful house near a lake with a
Mm-hmm.
huge forest. So, it was a very good place for me to play as a child.
Yeah.
After we moved out, and I lived Chemin du Ruisseau, so a lovely street with a river and a lot of trees.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot of neighbors to I could play with, and it was a very inspiring place for my creativity.
Okay, so you were a creative kid. You were a creative kid.
Yeah, I actually I was very creative and I was
Mm-hmm.
very wild,
Okay.
like a tomboy. So
Okay.
I climbed trees, and
Mm-hmm.
my dresses were always dirty and torn, to
Okay.
my mom's dismay.
Yeah.
So I was very confident and open to others and life and to life. And so, there was no situation in which I was uncomfortable.
Okay.
Uh, so I was, and I still am a people person.
Yeah, yeah. Now, Stella, could you tell me some of your acting influences growing up, who you looked up to as actors or actresses?
You know, my dad used to tell us,
Mm-hmm.
my sister and I, stories of all kinds,
Okay.
ghost and witch stories.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and, he had a way of doing it that was so real to me.
Okay.
There's moments with my dad are one of my best memories as a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
So because I used to imagine a lot of stories. Yeah, and I loved also playing dress up
Okay.
all the time.
Could you also tell me some of your musical influences?
Yeah, actually, my dad,
Wow. Yeah.
was a classical music lover.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you know all the great composers, Mozart, Beethoven,
Okay.
Chopin,
Yeah.
Schubert. I was raised with them,
Okay. Wow.
immersed in this, musical atmosphere
Mm-hmm.
my whole childhood.
Yeah.
And my dad loves opera too, so I watched a lot of pieces with him.
Okay.
And also my sisters played the violin and the accordion.
Wow. Wow. Could you tell me when did you get your start in acting? When did you get your start with acting?
Actually, my first role was I was 6,
Okay.
and it was a Little Green Riding Hood, you
Okay.
know, where the little girl challenges the wolf
Uh-huh.
and she's not afraid of him.
Okay.
So, I had so much fun and I felt so happy and confident, being on stage and, yeah, interpreting this character. It was
Yeah.
um, my first role.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and I went to the cinema a lot with my dad too,
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Okay. Now, could you tell me what got you involved in playing the Celtic harp? I know you've been playing the harp for about 12 years. What got you
Yeah,
started? What got you started doing that?
oddly, when I started playing the Celtic harp, I had never seen this instrument before in my life.
Okay.
I know that's true.
Yeah.
It's a little bit odd,
Mm-hmm.
but my sister aunt told me one day, so 12 years ago, she said, you can take harp lessons at the academy. So we were living close to a music school. And so I went there and there was a spot for me. So I started.
Oh,
And it
great.
was like this, like,
Yeah.
and I fell in love.
Yeah.
So,
Fantastic. Could you tell me what were some of your favorite acting projects that you've done lately? What were some of your favorites?
oh, when it was my first big play. I was 17 and I play it's a Belgian play called The Blue Bird.
Okay.
I played the evil cat. So it
Okay.
was very nice, to play a very bad character.
Yeah.
And it was in a very, beautiful old Italian style theater, sitting 500 people. So
Yeah.
amazing acoustics. So one, another was A Streetcar Named Desire. I
Okay.
played
Great. Yeah.
Stella. I played Stella. It
Okay.
was in summer 2015 in Heraklion,
Oh,
the
wow.
Greek island.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
It was great.
Yeah.
I played Gwendolyn actually in The Importance of Being Earnest, and that's where I met you, James.
Yep. That was my
I
play.
remember
Yeah.
this. I think it was a Sunday. I think so. And
Yeah.
I entered into the room and I saw you. You saw me, and you said, "Do you want to audition?"
Yeah. 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 I remember
And I
that. I
said, "Oh
remember that.
yes."
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
And so after I also, last year I got a role in the series, a French series, The Opera,
Okay.
produced by OCS.
Okay.
And so I'm playing the hairdresser.
Yeah.
It was a great time. And also a couple of years ago, I really liked this project. It was directed by a friend, which is a New Yorker teacher and actress called Nikki Flax.
Okay.
And I played, the lady in The Men of Destiny of George Bernard Shaw.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
It was great.
That's great. Now, could you tell me some of your favorite places that you've played the harp in, that you've played, the harp, given a concert?
Oh my God, there are so many,
Yeah.
But remember some of them, I played in a 12th century dungeon.
Okay,
In
wow.
an old castle
Yeah.
during just one weekend, and it was just, oh my God, it was amazing. It was humid and the audience was so cramped.
Yeah.
It's one of my best memories in my harpist life.
Okay.
I played also for the premiere of my album in a 19th century library. So a
Okay.
huge place with amazing acoustics. So it was just amazing
Okay.
time. I played also in a French castle, very very high through the mountains. It was very difficult to go there. It's the castle called Caribus in South France,
Okay. Wow.
and also in a cave, very dark, with a pure and perfect sound. So yeah, amazing places. I've been playing in amazing places actually.
Wow. Now, for Stella, could you tell me, did you study music and acting? Is that something that you went to school for? I know you mentioned you went to school for music. Did you go to school for acting?
Actually, yeah, I started with acting actually when I was like 11 or 12 years old. So in the acting academy when I was a teen, so at 11 or 12 for 5 years.
Okay.
And after I went to Paris for 3 years to study acting.
Oh, wow.
And then I
Yeah.
studied in an acting school in Belgium.
Okay.
And since 2014, I've been working with English teachers, actually in Brussels, in Paris, in Denmark, in Leeds, in London, in New York
Wow.
too.
Yeah.
And I did also different cinema acting workshops with
Okay.
different people, and
Now, when you get a role, what are some of your process for working on that role? What is some of your process for doing that role?
It's a very good question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, it depends if it's for a theater or for movies because it's a bit different.
Okay.
And it depends on the role too.
Okay.
Usually, I start by learning the text, and in the same time, I research the time where the action takes place and the personality of the character.
Okay.
Um, I make a kind of interview of the character to know him or her better.
Okay.
I try being more intuitive than intellectualizing it. Yeah, I try to follow my instinct because
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm very instinctive, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, I use the voice dialogue acting. It's a technique I learned in Paris. It's very powerful to connect in your body and in your soul the essential energy of the character.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
of course, the director is gonna guide me towards what she or he wants.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
sometimes.
Now, could you tell me how long did it take for you to make your first album from start to finish? How long did that take you?
Actually, the whole process took me around 4 months.
Okay.
2 months of rehearsals, full time, of course. So preparation, pictures, cover, and etc. 4 days of recording,
Okay.
plus the days to prepare the studio.
Yeah.
2 weeks to finalize it. And,
Okay.
I was in New York at that time. I remember it. So I
Yeah.
called Belgium by WhatsApp and Messenger.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I worked on the songs years before. So
Okay.
it was just a whole process.
Okay.
And so there it is, my album.
Okay,
Once
great.
Upon a Time, Stella.
Okay, now where can we find this album? Where can we check this out on? Is it on a
And
a
I'll
website
find
or
it
anything?
on my website. You
Okay.
can see it on
In the
the
description?
link below.
Yep,
The
it'll be
video.
in the description.
Yeah, the description. And so I can send it to you
Awesome.
wherever you are.
Okay. So where else can we check you out on social media, Stella? Where are you on social media? Where can we hook up with you?
I am on Facebook. I am on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm on Twitter.
Okay.
Yes, on LinkedIn actually. But yeah, I do all the things all by myself. So it takes, as you know it, a lot of time.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, Stella, I have a question for you. I kind of ask everybody this question. What advice would you give a young person today starting out in the music business, in the acting business, maybe just in show business altogether, possibly a female? What advice would you give a young person today starting out?
So I'm not famous enough to give some advice, but I would say make a real decision for yourself, with yourself, to be who you want to be.
Yeah.
Because it's your life, it's your decision. And for me, I'd say follow your heart and your desire. That's what I did, and that's what I still do.
Okay.
Because
Great.
it's very important.
Yeah.
And also be surrounded with supportive and loving people, because it's very important,
Yeah.
in this job to be supported. It's very hard.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's really essential to have good people around you.
Yes, definitely.
And also trust your instinct, because I think it's your best ally.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Now I have a little bit of a tough question. During these difficult times with the pandemic and everything that was happening, what kept you motivated to keep going, to keep doing music, to keep acting? What kept you motivated, Stella?
in my nature, I'm a very dynamic and optimistic person.
Okay,
So,
great. Yeah.
you know, last year I really shifted at the beginning of the lockdown, you know, when all my concerts were canceled.
Yeah.
I decided to become the best version of myself. So I practice my music and my acting every day. I have work sessions, meeting sessions with actors, writers, entrepreneurs. I have two coaches, one for my business, one for my English.
Okay.
I love walking and working out. You know, I practice yoga every morning.
Yeah.
I read a lot of things because I'm very passionate about a lot of things.
Yeah.
I learn new texts. I watch videos, and also I try new things like cooking new recipes. And
Yeah.
the most important thing is I meet new people, even
Okay.
by Zoom, even, you know, with all the technology. It's very nice because
Yeah.
you can be connected from everywhere with everyone.
Yeah. Great.
And so I do a lot of audition tapes as well. You know, I work a lot actually.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Great. Okay. Before we wrap everything up, is there any last thoughts that you would like our audience to know about you, about your career, or anything else like that?
You know, I miss New York a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I
Yeah.
miss you very much.
Yeah, I miss you too. We were cranking along with projects in New York. We were in the second project. Unfortunately, it didn't get made, but we worked on the first project, The Importance of Being Earnest, which, you know, went off without a hitch. It was great. We had a great time with that, and then we rehearsed for a while with Hay Fever. Unfortunately, that never got done. But yeah, I miss you too. I miss New York too because I haven't been in for the comedy lately. I haven't been in to do the projects lately and stuff like that. But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
traveling, you know, a lot as I used to do it before, you
yeah,
know, all the pandemic and all the stuff.
yeah.
And yeah, do you know my greatest dream?
What is that?
So, you know, my greatest dream is to work one day with Woody Allen.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
if you know someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows his casting director,
Yeah.
Patricia Di Certo, I'd love to be in contact with her.
I'll try my best.
Yeah, and I want to, you know, to work as an actress for movies
Yeah.
in Europe, but in US too. I want to
Yeah.
work in English. I love actually speaking English. It's
Yeah.
really something, you know. I feel, yeah, very touched by,
Yeah.
I don't know, English, your language, your culture.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's something very deep
Yeah.
within me.
Wow. I think you would be great at that. Well, Stella, I want to thank you for being on the show. Thank you for being a great sport. Guys, you could check Stella out on her website. You could also check her out on Facebook and Instagram. Again, remember you could follow me on Instagram. And don't forget to hit like and click subscribe. And guys, we will see you next week. Again, thanks, Stella, for being my guest.
Thank you for having me,
No,
James, and looking forward to seeing you again
Yes,
in real.
me too. Yes, me too. In the flesh. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. Remember to tune in next week. We'll see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.